Welcome to the Metsi Openstack UCS Director demo. We're going to show you today a demonstration of the integration that we've created between UCS Director and Openstack using the inbuilt SDK. So what we'll take you through today is the native integration that we've created within UCS Director. This is still a development that is approximately 60% complete. And initially, I'll take you through an OpenStack overview to highlight some terminologies that might not be familiar with you. And then we'll perform our first operation of adding a project, which is also a tenant within UCS Director, to OpenStack. And then after that, we'll perform some operations to create another project. And then later on, we'll show you what will happen with instances and images as well. Whilst this is all happening, we would like to draw some attention to the performance of our integration. This is the OpenStack administration interface that we're going to log into. The first screen that we'll come to is the projects, where you define the tenants that are used within OpenStack. As you can see, there is a Metsi tenant there, which we'll be using in a moment. Another key concept that I'd like to highlight is the one that's called flavors. So a flavor is a template that allows you to assign a certain amount of resource, so your CPU, RAM, and your hard drive capacity, and apply that to an image, which then builds your instance. An instance is your virtual machine. We're now going to change from the admin project into the Metsi project. Now what we can see is a list of a nice summary of what resources the Metsi project has available to use. You can see the instances, the number of CPUs, RAM, etc. The terminology that is different here is this is called a quota, and a quota doesn't have any direct relationship with the physical storage behind it. Moving on to the instances that have been provisioned within the Metsi tenant, we can see the various pieces of information around the name of the instance, where the instance is located, and the status of it, whether it's running or not. Images are self-explanatory. Images are used to provision an instance, and you apply a flavor to the image in order to get your instance. We're now logging into the UCS Director interface, where we'll take you through our integration with OpenStack, which we've put in the virtual menu under OpenStack. Now you can see the tenants that we've added. So if I click on the add button, I'm going to add the demo admin tenant. Just finished typing off. Okay, so it's already added that. So see how quick that was. We'll just do a quick refresh to then be able to go and have a look inside the demo admin. What I want to demonstrate now is how we're going to add a new project into OpenStack and the speed with which this happens. So we've got, as you can see on the left hand side, we've got 4 projects within OpenStack. So just going to add the demo project and going to go and refresh the page in OpenStack, and you can see we've now got our demo project added. And just to confirm, we've got that in UCS Director as well. Now I want to take you through how we add images. So if we click on the create image icon, I'm going to highlight to you how we're going to add a file, an image from file. This one's going to be called the Cirrus demo file upload. Just change the source type and we'll go through and upload it from the computer. Okay, so I'm selecting the image from my file and it's now being uploaded across to OpenStack. So if I hit the submit button, that process happens fairly quickly because the file is located and it's a very small size file. We'll just do a refresh on the images and you'll see that we've uploaded the Ceros demo file upload. Now we've clicked on the add image icon again, so we're going to this time load an image from the internet through a web link, and this particular image instance we'll call it the Ceros image internet. So same settings as before. Fortunately it's a fairly small file size, so it won't take too long to upload it, and when it's confirmed the upload we will then switch across to the Openstack interface to show you that it's been uploaded. So we're just going to do that now, and as you can see the Ceros image internet has actually gone across. So now we go to the demo admin under the Metsi project, and we can see the instances that we've got active at the moment and the status of those instances along with the instance name. You can see on the left hand side of the screen we've got those instances reflected in Openstack. What I'm going to do now is add a new instance so we can see how quickly that gets provisioned and how quickly that is reflected within the Openstack interface. We've pre-programmed a lot of the values that we need to select. So this one's going to be the demo instance number 2 because we already have a demo instance. And I'm just going to change the image type to another Ceros image. So that's already been created and it's being deployed at the moment in the background. So just a quick refresh of the page and we'll see momentarily that's being deployed within OpenStack. And there you can see it's now running as well. So we can see the number of tenants that Metsi has access to read, which is only itself, but we don't have the permission in the background to create it. Also the same with the networking side of things, although at the moment this is still in development, but we've built the form out and we haven't finished the integration in the background. So moving on to the images, we showed you the image creation functionality earlier on, but again, being a Metsi tenant, we don't have the OpenStack permissions to perform that. And here are the flavors that Metsi project has access to, and the floating IPs which we haven't touched upon just yet. So these floating IPs can be assigned to an instance. And now what we're doing is going to look at the quotas in UCS Director that we've now been able to reflect. So what I'm going to do is just delete an instance and we can see that being reflected in the quota within UCS Director. You can see we've now got 3 left, whereas we had 4 before. Going to add this graph to the dashboard within UCS Director, so we'll just go over there and just to prove that we've got that capability. So that looks nice, and we'll just go back to OpenStack Metsi project and we'll perform some other operations on the instance. So what I'm going to do now is disassociate the floating IP, because we've already got floating IP for this particular instance, and that's already taken effect. So you can see it's nice and quick, and we'll just go and show that is also reflected within OpenStack as well. And now we'll add or reassociate another floating IP. This time we're going to choose 111, and that's added already. So you can see these activities happen very quickly. There we go. Okay, so to show you to reiterate how quickly these actions take effect, we're going to stop the instance. You can see it's powering off, and now it's shut down. So very responsive, very quick. And let's go and just power that back on again. That about concludes our demo today on our integration. If you'd like more information on this integration into UCS Director or other ones that we also support, please go to the website www.metsi.co.uk.